That's a very hard question to answer. I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I really don't know.
Really calling oneself a feminist was in 1988 when I formally joined the Women's Health and Reproductive Rights Movement.
I was trained as a social psychologist studying development issues. And I think it first really struck me that things were not right when studying development and development programs. I saw that women did not benefit equally from these programs, and I felt that should be pointed out and something should be done.
I call myself an organic feminist because I didn't get to feminism by studying. I was brought up in a very progressive family until I suppose the break came one day when I was already a professor in the university. I suppose in my 30s, a group of boys came looking for my husband, and he wasn't home. I said, well, he might arrive in about an hour or so, but if you have any questions, you can ask me. You? Was the response, and it was a response that contained all the feelings of ikaw lang ang kakausapin namin. They wouldn't talk to me, to make a long story short. And siguro that was the first big aha moment na there is something wrong. And I started to look at what was happening and so on.
Actually, I started as a political activist before I became a feminist. And therefore, that was quite late in life because I became an activist when I was already about 30 years old. And then I was once invited to a women's conference in Venice. There, it was not only about political things, but then I heard about incest, and wife beating. And it just dawned on me, my goodness, all these are in the Philippines too. So I thought, no, this cannot be. You cannot have a social transformation unless this gender question should be resolved, no?
Around the 1980s, when in several meetings, women who were in social development work began gathering together outside meetings of bigger social development conferences to talk about particular challenges, difficulties that we were facing as social development workers, both ourselves and the women that we were working with, and that it became more and more a concrete realization that indeed things were different for women than for men, and that we needed to do something about it. So about 1980 is at that time that a group of us came together and through several meetings decided to form Pilipina, and that you can say is the start of my structured work. Structured because it had become organizational in feminist work.